Part 2. Adjectival phrases. D.
Deaf to.
He is deaf to my advice.
Dedicated to.
The foundation is dedicated to furthering the cause of world peace.
Defensive about.
He is defensive about criticism.
Deferential to.
He is deferential to the elderly.
Defiant towards.
The boy is defiant towards his teachers.
Deficient in.
Betty is deficient in experience.
Definite about.
He is definite about taking over his father's business.
Delighted at. Delighted with.
I was delighted at the news of our baseball team's victory against Japan.
Delirious with.
He was delirious with angst.
Demanding of.
He is very demanding of his students.
Dependent on, for.
The country is heavily dependent on coffee exports for its revenues.
Depressed about. Depressed at.
He felt very depressed about job prospects for graduates.
Deserving of.
He is deserving of praise.
Desirous of.
People are desirous of political reforms.
Desperate for.
Karen is desperate for money.
Despondent about. Despondent over.
I am becoming increasingly despondent about her fate.
Destined for.
The ship is destined for New York.
Destitute of.
He is destitute of compassion.
Destructive to.
Earthquakes are destructive to buildings and bridges.
Detrimental to.
Working very long hours is detrimental to your health.
Devoid of.
The house is devoid of furniture.
Devoted to.
He is devoted to teaching.
Dewy with.
Her body was dewy with perspiration.
Dexterous with.
She is very dexterous with her hands.
Different from. Different than.
The two cats are quite different from each other.
Diffident about.
He is diffident about his future.
Diligent in.
He is diligent in his work.
Disappointed at. Disappointed about.
He was very disappointed at losing the contest.
Disappointed in. Disappointed with.
I am disappointed in you.
Discreet about.
She is discreet about her private life.
Disdainful of.
I am disdainful of that man.
Disenchanted with.
Many voters have become disenchanted with politicians.
Disgruntled at. Disgruntled about.
He felt very disgruntled at the delay.
Disgruntled with.
He felt disgruntled with the salesman.
Disgusted at.
Some readers are totally disgusted at sensational headlines.
Disgusted with.
She was disgusted with herself for talking too much.
Disillusioned with.
More and more people have become disillusioned with politics.
Dismayed at.
I was dismayed at the high oil prices.
Dismissive of.
I am dismissive of him.
Disposed to. Disposed towards.
He is well disposed to the newcomer.
dissatisfied with,
He was dissatisfied with the sales manager and decided to take the business elsewhere.
distant from,
My school is about 2 miles distant from my home.
distinct from,
Those two ideas are distinct from each other.
distinguishable from,
A frog is distinguishable from a toad.
distinguished for,
Dr. Lee is distinguished for his scientific achievements.
distraught at, distraught about,
Some women are distraught at not being able to have a baby.
distraught with,
He was distraught with fear.
distressed at,
She was distressed at the delay.
distrustful of,
I am distrustful of that guy.
divided about, divided over,
They are divided over abortion.
divorced from,
The actress has been divorced from her husband.
dogmatic about,
He is dogmatic about education.
doomed to,
He is doomed to failure.
dotted with,
The sky was dotted with stars.
doubtful about, doubtful of,
I'm doubtful about whether to go or not.
downbeat about,
I am downbeat about the educational reforms.
dressed in,
She was dressed in black today.
drunk on, drunk with,
He got drunk on whiskey.
dubious about, dubious of,
I am a bit dubious about the idea of buying another apartment at this juncture.
due to,
Her success is largely due to her hard work.